How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another video. I know it's been a long time since I've uploaded, but no one really watches my videos, so I guess it's okay. But here we are back at it in the PSGL League, um, in Belgium. As you can see, I still haven't gotten around to recording like live time, even though it's technically a part of the rules. But last time I tried to record live, which was in the last game in Singapore, my game crashed, but I don't think it was due to recording. I actually think it was due to something else because the game was actually acting wonky too while I was in the race. But it's going to be a while since I'll be in the PSGL League again, as my time zone isn't really going to work with school and sports practices happening. Um, so yeah, as you can see, lights out and away we go. We started P17, not where I wanted to start, but as you can see here, crazy lap one incident. Actually, um, they turned off the formation lap, so all of our tires were just cold, like 70 degrees Celsius, 65 degrees Celsius, very cold. So as you can see here, I actually had to lift off the throttle when going up Radion. And as you can see, Peanut riding the back of us, but we are able to get a much better pull out. But actually, there was a virtual safety car starting due to the incident, and Fact Machine had to retire. And yeah, I actually got a new steering wheel. Um, I had like that old CSL Elite, like round, just normal regular car steering wheel, and I upgraded to the Club Sport Formula Esports. I think that's the name. I don't even. It might not be, but the one that the esports that they use in F1 esports, and it is just 10 times better. If you guys want to see a review on that, please let me know. But as you can see, we go for the move on Redo, as he's a ghost and disconnected. But as you can see, Peanut side by side going into turn one, but we're able to, or he's actually able to do the good old switcheroo as I try to fend him off into the corner, but that does not work, and he gets ahead of us going up Eau Rouge and Radion. But we do get a little bit better of an exit. I don't think he used 100% throttle. I think he was still a little bit worried about losing the back end, as a lot of us are most likely running the F1 Esports, whatever the F1 Esports drivers chose for time trials. I know I am. It's just a little bit modified, but a lot of us are running very loose setups, and I definitely regret running a terribly loose setup, especially on the back end, as these cars just out of nowhere, you'll just lose the back end. They've just changed the the driving mechanics of him way too much, as 1.07 and 1.06 just made the cars feel much weirder. But I've been able to get up to pace with them, not terribly. I definitely wish I could have done better in qualifying. I knew I could have done better, but it was just a silly mistake on the final lap, or my final qualifying lap, that really ended it, and we started pretty much near last. As you can see, another person goes off in the AlphaTauri. And that moves us up into B12, starting P17, up 5 places. As we can see, Damien and Man Like Mark go at it a little bit, but we just go out a little bit too wide, and Damien gets a much better entrance and exit out of the final corners. And we do get a little bit of contact, but nothing race-defying, or nothing that the stewards would have to look at, as really we mainly just stay behind Damien for quite a while. And we mainly just stay where we are at, like never really gaining too much. I'm faster in some sectors, and then they're faster in some sectors, but yeah, definitely need to work on all-around consistency instead of just being consistent in one sector, as this is not real life racing, as a lot of racing drivers are just fast in a couple of sections, mainly due to their car. This is equal performance, so I should be good at everything compared to everyone else. But as you can see, a little bit of action going up in the top 10 places right ahead of us, as I really want to score points, as this is really the last time I'm going to be racing for the PSGL League for a while, as a Aston Martin goes off, just spins at the same part as the AlphaTauri spun off. As you can see, Damien goes for a move like on man like Mark, and a little lockup. You'll see a lot of us locking up there in that corner. But as you can see, he thinks about going for the move, but we just go wide, and this just completely ruins everything. And we also get a little snappy coming out of that corner. And yeah, that just really ruins a lot of the progress we made, as we were making some progress on them. But as you can see now, a second behind. Still can gain them. This is usually where I'm faster. As we're already up to 0.7 of a second. But that might be due to some turbulent air. As now we just I'm kind of just hoping that man like Mark, I know he's fast, so I'm just hoping that he'll go for a move on Damien. But as you can see, Damien is just such further ahead compared to the rest of the group. But it definitely looks like man like Mark knows what he's doing, as there's a yellow flag, and I try to reverse it to see what was going on, but couldn't really tell. But it was actually ahead of us, as the other Aston Martin goes off. So both Aston Martins spinning off the track as we are up into P9. Now I know Sven, he just pitted, but I believe he's the only one to pit actually. So if it stays like this, we will definitely be P10, maybe even higher when we pit, as man like Mark and Damien are going at it and keep it up into turn 1, as man like Mark just breaks a little bit later and gets a much better exit, as we had to slow down a little bit going into Radion, as I almost lost the back end. But we just got to hope that Damien, we can catch up to Damien and hopefully overtake him, as I believe I'm pitting soon. I believe I pit at lap 9, a lap earlier than what the targeted pit stop was going to be. It was going to be lap 10, but I know some people stayed out a long time, and some people regret not going in, or going in too soon. So yeah, we just lose a little bit of time to Damien, as we're a second and a quarter down on him. But again, this is usually where this sector, or this section, is where I'm faster. And as you can see, I'm gaining a lot more time, as man like Mark is pulling out, and I definitely regret not staying out just a little bit. But my game just started to lag. I've never noticed this before. It's I'm replaying this obviously on theater mode, but it's just lagging super bad, and was doing this while I was trying to record my team, as you can see, Damien just has to stop a little bit. But as you can see, we had to slow down, but then he just clips ahead of us. So I don't know what really happened there, because if you force another car to slow down the pit lane, that is a penalty. But also a tip, don't weave going down the straights. I know the tires are going to be cold, with the blankets only being allowed to be a certain degree, but just don't do it, because the person behind you will just gain time, and that time gained compared to having a little bit colder tires is much greater. I think I worded that correctly. Just don't weave, from what I've noticed. Just don't weave, as as we've gained quite a lot of time on Damien, back down to under a second and counting, as he has to get off the throttle a little bit coming up Eau Rouge, and we go side by side, and we're able to clear him going into the corner, and we get a very nice entrance. as I'm just looking behind, making sure he's not going to try to go for a move as he gets a big lockup there. But here, as you can see, it goes wrong. This is where it goes wrong. I wish I analyzed it a little bit more in this video. I'm going to replay it quite a little bit. But as you can see here, I just put my front left just a little bit on that corner. And we just lose the back, and I correct it. And from what the new steering wheel I've got, I've noticed that when I correct, I usually correct a bit too much. And I don't think that's what happened here. I don't think I corrected too much, but actually I had damage already to my front wheel. But I'm surprised my front wheel didn't come off, as that was a big smack to the front wheel. And as you can see, we lose all of that time. Technically still, a position ahead from where we started, but yeah, not good, as we just overcorrected just a little bit too much, and we ran off into the wall, as the gravel trap did not help. But yeah, it really doesn't get much better from here. We don't overtake anybody, as this is a 2-stop or like a 4-stop strategy now, because we have to stop for the other stops. I don't know why I did that. I should have just stayed on the hards and then just changed the front wing. But I wasn't really thinking. I was just really upset and just went with whatever Mark, I think that's his name, Mark, told me to do. So yeah, we actually finished P13th, but we finished 13th out of 13th, so last, as quite a lot of people did start DNFing, and actually one poor dude DNF'd on the final lap. But I'm just not gonna sit here and bore you guys. The only person I overtake is Redo, who is a ghost, so it's not like it was a battle. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hated how this ended, especially with it being my last race for quite a while. Yeah, please let me know what you guys want to see next. I'm gonna keep up the My Team videos, as I'll be able to do those. And I have Miami coming soon. But if you guys want to see a review of my steering wheel, of like the F1 Esports steering wheel compared to like their normal round cheaper steering wheels, I'll definitely do that. But that's all. See you guys in the next one. Peace.